Oh, geez, what smells?
Well, that stinks.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the season finale of Blu Cheese. I'm your old pal, the Moo Cow, aka Paul A. Presenza, and I am joined by
Jonathan A. Moody.
Yay! And we have the Continuity Monkey here as well.
Woo!
And remember, this is the movie where we pair a cheesy movie on Blu-ray with a cheesy snack. And this time, our snack is going to be French-style cheesecake parfait. Very nice.
Very nice.
Nom, nom, nom. And we're going out with a bang here on the season finale because our cheesy movie is going to be Gotti. Yes, the infamous John Travolta version of Gotti, which I have not seen, but I've seen clips of and have heard all kinds of tales and things about this. So there's some cheesy overacting apparently in this, among other things. So I can't wait. This should be fun.
This should be...
I know you've heard about this.
I heard of it.
You've heard of how bad it's supposed to be.
I've heard it's bad.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of live by night bad kind of thing, where it just bombed terribly.
Boom. Atom bomb.
Yeah.
All right. So we will be back to let you know how bad this stinker is, and then we'll give you our cheese review. So we'll see you on the flip side.
Bye.
Hey everyone, we are back. It's Paul the Cow Presenza. The commission's having us sit down here, and
I'm John the Moody.
Oh, for God's sakes! So yeah, this movie was as bad as I thought. Wasn't as much fun bad as I was hoping.
Yeah, I think you were thinking that because this movie got a lot of pan, that it was just the cheesy, terrible movie.
I mean, there was a lot of cheese coming from John Travolta and his overacting, but that's pretty much where it was. And then
that was it.
Kevin Connolly aping Martin Scorsese as much as he could.
We didn't know he directed this.
No,
I had no idea.
No, oh man.
He was trying so hard to be,
This is pretty much a Travolta vanity piece, and it's like I was saying. It's like he shopped this around, couldn't find a regular director to get this, and was like, hey, do you want to direct this movie? I'm going to produce it because nobody else is going to, and it's all going to be me.
It's going to be a vanity piece, which it pretty much was. I mean, it was all, with Travolta everywhere. And you even said that because you were watching the movie going, it's just Travolta. All of this is way too much Travolta, you know. And
right. I'm tired of seeing his face.
Oh.
Oh, if you live to be 5,000, you'll never meet another guy like me. Yes, John, thank you so much.
Yeah, okay, we get it.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, it's just it's every cliche you've ever seen from Goodfellas and, The Godfather and, Sopranos and...
The wife was Kelly Preston.
Kelly Preston, of course it was.
I didn't realize that.
Joined at the hip.
I did not realize that, but yeah, no, great.
Stacy Keach. That was Stacy Keach as the Delacroix, the older guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did not even realize that either.
Yeah.
Man, and then John A. We had a really big problem with him, the guy who played John A. because he looked like he was 12,
forever.
For the whole time. When he was supposed to be that age, it was fine. But then, at least Travolta looked like he got older and everything like that. But
right. Pruitt Taylor Vince was pretty good. He's almost always good. I mean, he's a really good character actor.
It's funny. We saw him at Scares That Care, and we didn't see this movie yet, so we had no idea.
Yeah, this wasn't up there in one of his posters about all the movies that he's been in. This wasn't really one of them.
Oh, shit. The guy who plays Rudy Pipes. That's Rice Cairo, and Rice Cairo's in Entourage as Billy, the director or whatever that Vince and all them work with. So that's Billy Walsh. So that's awesome. That Kevin must have been friends with him and said, "Hey, come be in this movie or whatever." That's the beauty of being a director. Sometimes
it had something of an Entourage feel to it, just the way that they just bounced different songs all over the place, whether it fit the time or not. You know?
I don't know if that's an Entourage thing, but
you like Entourage.
I like it. So, but yeah, no, I think it had too much music, and you're right. Like sometimes it was out of place, or it just felt like it was just weird. I don't know, like.
And I think you hit the nail on the head when it said it doesn't show a distinct voice for this character. It's just there, and you're like, why are we watching this movie about this guy that who cares? In the end, who cares?
The wife of John Kim, she looked like she was in her 40s. I don't know how old she is, but
I'm 16.
She was supposed to be 16. I was like, no. That's you have like, babe, you have a little bit of wrinkles.
Yeah, he on the other hand looked like he was 16.
Yeah, he looked like he could have played 16, which he probably was a little older, but it was just ridiculous.
Spencer Lofranco, I've never heard of him.
Chris Mulkey, I've heard of.
Okay.
So I don't know where he's from, but I don't know where I heard it from.
I can see why this gets a critical panning. It's just not very good. Unfortunately, it just wasn't as fun as I was
critical
hoping.
panning is probably because it's boring. I mean, it's not because it's a bad movie. Like
the same old cliches you see over and over again. You know, oh, the good God, there's a wedding at an Italian mobster movie. Who would have thought that? You know, there's a car blowing up. Who would have expected that?
Oh, right, yeah. No, I mentioned that to Paul when I saw the car blowing up. But wow, a car blowing up in a gangster movie. How original. I mean, even if it happened, you know, make something cool. Like make it different. It just felt like everything was, you know, oh God, the cops are bad. They're gonna shoot the people.
Yeah. For example, you know, the one distinct part of the Gotti story is that his son gets killed, you know, accidentally, and he ends up hunting down the guy, even though it's an accident, and ends up having him killed. So you could have really played into that and shown a darker side of Gotti with that, but they don't really do that. I mean, they talk about it, they say it happens.
They show it, they talk about it. They don't even show it happening. They kind of do like news stuff, and that kind of annoyed me too. It's like the
story's too concerned trying to make Gotti look like a tough guy and not a psychopath.
You know, so it kind of, and it's also kind of disjointed. It goes from talking about showing regular scenes of film and everything to showing like clips from newsreels and stuff. And that, I'm sorry, I don't know if that's a new thing or something, like a hip new thing, but like I've been seeing that a lot lately, and please stop doing that.
Yeah, just assuming your audience has the attention span of a gnat.
No, but like I don't want to watch new shit. This is why I'm watching the movie. If I want to watch new stuff, I go on YouTube. Like, this is not... Do not throw that in there.
Oh, well, Martin Scorsese used it effectively here and here, so that means I have to do it since it's a mob movie. And yeah, it's just...
Oh, did he do that? And like...
Yeah, he would do that and stuff. I mean, it's been done before. It's just, we don't need to see it.
Yeah, it's annoying. I don't like it.
A lot of the same familiar cliche tropes that you've seen over and over and over again, and that's just it. You know, it would have been nice to have seen new stuff, or just a new way of telling it.
Look... I'm just going to say, I don't think Kevin Connolly is a director. You know, he directs stuff, but I don't think he's a director. I think he's an actor who directs occasionally. And this is the problem when, like, there was a couple things, I did notice a couple really cool shots. I even mentioned them to you when I would see them. There's just, I mean, as simple as they are, they're just like shots where...
Sure, as DP picked them out.
Right, but they look cool. I mean, he had to have agreed to do that, like, you know, or whatever. There had to have been something with him thinking, like, oh, okay, let's do it from this shot and do that. That was fine. There was some of that was good. Then there was a lot of cliche shit throughout the whole movie that kind of counter did that. So if he had just stuck with things being very kind of cool, like different, and made his own, you know, thing, I would have liked this movie better.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel like he really tried to do anything different or unique or interesting. And you've seen there was a lot of safe choices and just doing the same thing that had already been done.
Well, and plus, already having a story like Gotti, you already were aware of. Like, I don't follow his stuff. I don't like the mob stuff.
Well, it was mid-'80s, and that's when I was there. I mean, I was running around New York City, going to different places, and going into, as it turns out, a couple of mob places. No, a couple of mob-owned places I didn't know at the time. But, yeah, I was in the middle of all that, at least temporarily. So you got a constant dose of Gotti and all that because he was kind of like the big deal at the time. So you couldn't help but sort of remember a lot of that stuff. And, like I said, mostly he was pretty much a psychopath. And you don't really see that in this. You see him,
he's too, like... It's too, like, they try
to be a stand-up guy. Trying to lionize him too much.
Right, they're trying to make him too much of a good guy. And honestly, from what I've understood, he's not that good of a guy. And,
no.
And so maybe that was... I feel like that was either a screenwriter choice or that was a John Travolta choice. Because I think, the way I see it, in my mind, is that John Travolta wanted to have a starring role in a mob movie. He says, I want to play John Gotti. Hires 2 writers, because he's the executive producer, remember? Hires 2 writers to write up his story. He gets the scripts, he says, I don't like this. Go make it more of a vanity thing, where I can be all over it and everything like that. They give it back to him. He says, all right, this is more of what I like. Or he goes, well, make me nicer. I don't like that I'm a psychopath in this. Make me nicer.
It's possible. My feeling is that it was probably a screenwriter's choice. I think it's probably the screenwriter did it, and that Travolta, while leafing through a whole bunch of scripts, said, "This is the one. This is the one where Gotti gets to be a hero, and Gotti gets to look really cool, and therefore, since I'm paying for this and I'm the lead, I get to look really cool."
That might be the case.
My feeling is that probably, but you never really know.
You never know.
And because Kevin Connolly, I think this is his first movie that he's directed, isn't it? I pretty much,
I don't know. Can't say that for a fact.
If John Travolta is the one calling the shots, paying the money, and the lead, you're probably going to listen to what he says. So, a lot of this direction can probably be handed on to Travolta as well.
Yeah, he co-directed silently.
So it wouldn't surprise me.
I wouldn't be surprised either. And but, we'll never really know because I don't think, they'll have a documentary about that or something.
Oh, when we get John Travolta on the show, we can ask him a few questions. John, why did you suck this picture up so badly?
I wouldn't ask him that. I wouldn't dare.
You sweat hog you?
He works for a church that could probably kill us. So have us killed. That's probably a bad idea. Don't do that. No, I honestly, and then once again, it wasn't like a terrible movie where there's continuity issues.
No, it was competently done for the most part, just not particularly interestingly or well.
Yeah, it was just kind of boring. I actually kind of my eyes kept drifting off, and I didn't mean to. I kept wanting to. I think you even were probably doing that because you kept getting up to eat the pretzels just so that I think you can be doing something so you don't go to sleep.
Yeah. I understand. But, I saw it in the store. It was $1. Yeah. I guess for $1, it's not so bad, especially since it's the Blu-ray version. A couple of the early shots, like the drone shots, were pretty good. But for the most part, $1 is about what it's worth.
All right. I guess it's time for our rating.
All right, so let's see here. We got our cards. All right, you ready to rate this puppy? Yo, you ready?
Rate this cheese.
All right, so for me, are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Just cheddar.
Just cheddar. It's just kind of a meh movie,
which I feel like this is a really weird.
It's kind of disappointing.
Well, no, but this is a weird rating because I would rate it lower than giving it actual points if I could, Yeah. Problem is, it's not stinky. It's not like this, and I wish it were because I feel like that would have been a lot more fun.
It's not good to get a Gouda movie, but it's not stinky cheesy enough to get a Blu Cheese rating. No. It's just kind of meh. So that's why it got a mid-range score for me.
Just cheddar, yeah.
Meh.
Just cheddar for us. So, honestly, for the season finale, I was kind of a little disappointed. Not gonna lie.
I was hoping we were gonna go out with a bang, but we went out with a Travolta. So there you go.
We did not. We went. I wanted to go out with a car explosion.
Yeah.
There were car explosions, but they just
weren't. There you go.
They weren't worth it.
But that's okay. We'll
be
have
back
all
next
sorts
season.
of stuff for next season.
Oh, right. we'll go out with a bang even bigger on next season.
That's right. It'll be a bangathon.
Yes.
Right, monkey?
That sounds like a sexploitation
Oh,
sleazecast.
yeah, there we go.
thing.
Well, thank you all very, very much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed Blue Cheese, and I hope you'll come back for next season. So we'll see you.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, geez, what smells?